check. Good morning, mic check. Thank you. A very good morning, Suprabhat, Suswagatam. It is with pride and privilege that Vigyan Parishad Goa hosts this prestigious event, SciFi 2023, in collaboration with various renowned institutes. Vigyan Prasad, New Delhi, National Center for Polar and Ocean Research, Goa, CSIR, National Institute of Oceanography, Department of Science and Technology, Government of Goa, Goa Science Center, Goa University, and Entertainment Society of Goa. Vigyan Parishad is a science movement with a Swadeshi spirit and aspires to inculcate scientific temperament, interest, and involvement with students across schools and colleges of Goa. The first edition of SciFi was in 2016 and was conceptualized by Sri Jayantrao Sahasrabuddhe and drew wholehearted support then by the late Manohar Parrikarji, the former Chief Minister of Goa. This is the 8th edition of SciFi and is scheduled from the 18th to the 20th of April 2023, wherein various science-based activities, screening of documentaries and science films, followed by interaction with scientists of repute, a teacher's workshop, a science exhibition, and various other programs will be organized. Over the next couple of days at this spectacular venue, we promise you an opportunity for experience and exposure, for imagination and insight, backed by concepts and clarity, and all directed to our motto, inspire science through films. On behalf of the organizers, I extend a very warm welcome to the distinguished dignitaries present in this morning, special invitees, directors, IAS officers, government officials, heads of institutions, researchers, scientists, teachers, and you, my dear students. I also sincerely acknowledge the presence of the print and electronic media present with us here. May I now call on stage the dignitaries to light the traditional lamp to mark the inauguration of this event, SciFi 2023. Chief guest of this function, Honorable Minister Shri Nilesh Kabral, Guest of Honor, Dr. Satish Shenoy, Jyoti Kumari, IAS CEO of ESG, Shri Srinivas Dempo, Professor Suhas Godse, Shri Vivekanand Poi, kindly do the honors, requesting Dr. Harilal Menon to kindly escort the dignitaries to the dais. Professor Godse, please. And sirs, you may kindly take your seats on the dais thereafter.
Vageshwari Jaya Sharade Vageshwari Vidikanyage Vageshwari Jaya Sharade Vageshwari Josne Pari Kanti Tuji Josne Pari Kanti Tuji Mukaramya Sharat Chandrama Zaye Tuja Hasyatuni Huzaye Tuja Hasyatuni चारे युगांची पौर्णिमा तुझिया कृपेचे चांदणे नितवर्षुदे अमुच्या श्री वागीश्वरी जय शारदे वागीश्वरी.
Melodious Saraswati Vandana, rendered so beautifully by Ratini Paldesai, has invoked an energy so truly divine. Thank you. May I now call upon Professor Harilal Menon, Vice Chancellor, Goa University, founder member, Vidyan Parishad Goa, a senior researcher and chairman of the organizing committee, SciFi 2023, to deliver the welcome address.
Honorable Minister of Goa, Shri Nilesh Cabral, Dr. Sadish Shenai, former Director of INCOIS and Vice President of VIPA, Shri Jyoti Kumari, IAS CEO ESG, Shri Srinivas Dembo, Chairman Dembo Group of Companies, Dr. Sagar Salgaonkar, MD, Geno Pharmaceuticals, Shri Shekhar Sardeshai, Chairman, Kinko Composition India Private Limited, all other academicians, scientific personnel from various institutions and research organizations across the Goa and elsewhere in the country, media personals, dear students, a very good morning and a warm welcome to the 8th edition of Science Film Festival of India, which celebrates the intersection of science and cinema. It is with a great pleasure and excitement that I welcome you all to the inaugural session of the Scientific Film Festival of India. This festival is a celebration of the wonder of science and its impact on our daily lives, as well as platform for showcasing the latest development in science communication through the media of film. As we gather here today, I am reminded of the immense power of science to inspire, educate, and transform the world. The progress we have made in fields such as medicine, technology, and space exploration has been nothing short of remarkable and has fundamentally altered the way we understand ourselves and the universe around us. Yet, despite these incredible achievements, science remains inaccessible to many, its complexities and intricacies often hidden behind technical jargon and esoteric theories. This is where science communication plays a crucial role by translating science concepts into engaging, accessible narratives that can be understood by a wider audience. And what better way to do this than through the medium of film? With its ability to tell powerful stories, evoke emotions, and create lasting impressions, film has the potential to engage and inspire people in ways that traditional academic papers and lectures cannot. Through the Scientific Film Festival of India, we hope to showcase the best of science filmmaking from around and provide a platform for filmmakers and scientists to collaborate and exchange ideas. We hope that this festival will encourage and inspire a new generation of science communications and help foster a greater appreciation of science and its impact on our lives. I would like to thank the organizers of this festival for their hard work and dedication in putting this event together, and I look forward to seeing the incredible films that will be showcased over the coming days. Let us all come together to celebrate the beauty and wonder of science and inspire a new generation of scientists and science communications. I once again welcome all of you for this wonderful event. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And we now say it with flowers. Calling upon Secretary SciFi 2023 Ashish Thakur Desai, Secretary Vigyan Parishad Goa Shri Manohar Pednekar to kindly do the honors. A bouquet of flowers to our chief guest, Honorable Minister Nilesh Kabral. Pleasure to have you with us here this morning, and a very, very warm welcome. To our guest of honor, Dr. Satish Shenoy. We're so happy to have you here this morning, sir. Warm welcome. To Jyoti Kumari, IAS and CEO of ESG. Pleasure to have you on the dais, ma'am. To Sri Srinivas Tempo. Extremely delighted and blessed by your presence, sir. Thank you for being here with us. Shri Vivekanand Pai, it's a pleasure to have you on this platform with us this morning, sir, today. Welcome. And to Professor Harilal Menon, Chairman, Organizing Committee, and Professor Suhas Godse, sir, blessed by your presence and all that you have done for this organization. Thank you. Professor Suhas Godse, President of Vigyan Parishad Goa, mentor and motivator of our organization. Having vast experience and expertise in education, sir, I request you to kindly share the objectives of Vigyan Parishad and the Science Film Festival.
Namaskar. Good morning, everybody. Chief guest, Shri Nilesh Kabral, Honorable Minister for PWD and Environment. Dr. Satish Shenoy, former Director of INCOIS, and now Vice President of Vigyan Bharati. Vice Chancellor Professor Harilal Menon, Chairman of Organizing Committee, patrons Shri Dempo, Engineer Sardesai is on way, and Srimati Jyoti Kumari, IAS, dignitaries, resource persons in the audience, students, teachers in the auditorium, and all the members of Vigyan Parishad Goa and science lovers in general. Welcome to you all. Today, the 8th edition of Science Film Festival, Sci-Fi, is inaugurated, and I feel confident that the program will be successful in achieving its goal. The purpose why film was chosen has been already told by our Chairman of Organizing Committee. Now, Sci-Fi is a flagship program of Vigyan Parishad Goa and has reached all corners of Goa through the pre-activity as well as through the student participation in the main festival. Over the years, we have possibly reached to one full generation of students. Another program that is Vidyarthi Vigyan Manthan, and I think many of you are sitting here who have been the participants of this activity. Again, several teachers here are part of Shiksha Shilpi program, which is for further enriching the teaching experience. Now, in addition, Vigyan Parishad has organized several special lectures and workshops. Recently, we had a workshop along with ISRO. So, it's ultimately to make the science more popular, initiate the students or even for the teachers to get initiated into field of research. So, this is the aim and objective. And while doing all that, we have been stressing on Indian science. Science is science, but then whenever Indians do it, usually we consider it is inferior. No, please believe in yourself, and our scientists are doing tremendous work, and activities of Vigyan Parishad are focused at developing that confidence in our own capability. Vigyan Bharati is our parent organization with its spread of activity across entire globe. Last year we had India International Science Festival. Many of you have attended, you have seen that. Promotion of Swadeshi science has been the primary role of Vibha, Vigyan Bharati, and all state units, including Vigyan Parishad, design our activities in line with the policies of Vibha. This year our focus is on Pancha Mahabhutas from scientific point of view. Like Prithvi, Aap, Tej, Vayu, you must have seen it on our brochure. In the end, I wish to bring out a point that we are screening larger number of science films which are made in India, because I must tell you, 7 years back when we wanted to do that, we couldn't get a single film which would give enough of message. We had some films which were biopics and such things, but pure we did not have. So now we are very happy that we are getting our own Indian films to pass the message of science, and that is a development. Thank you very much, and I wish you all a very enriching experience over the days. Thanks again.
Thank you, sir. We have on the days extraordinary professionals who have overpowered testing times and have contributed their might to society and the scientific fraternity at large. We look forward to the dignitaries on the days sharing your thoughts on this valuable occasion. This will happen while they are at their seated position. Requesting the gentleman coordinating the mics, Ajay, to kindly follow the sequence as stated. We start first with Jyoti Kumari, IAS CEO, Entertainment Society of Goa.
A very good morning to our dear chief guest, esteemed dignitaries on the dais and beloved students of the dais. It is a privilege, it is an honor to inaugurate the Science Film Festival as venue partner with Vigyan Parishad. And since I have a very short period to speak on this topic, and science is one of my favorite topics. So we always, mostly in schools when we study about physics, mathematics, chemistry, some of it comes as sterile, some of it comes as monotonous. But science is actually very practical, and it is all around us. If you are sitting here in this auditorium, the sound that is reaching you in the amplified form, the lights which you see, everything is a product of science. And science has enriched our life in a very great way, right from agriculture to space exploration. We are all indebted to science. What science has been able to achieve is through very strong emotions of courage, curiosity, and relentless scrutiny of its methods and processes. So much so that science itself gets a lot of gets tested to these standards. So if I remember in my childhood, one of the essays which we used to write was, I think if students here also write, is science a boon or a bane? Is technology a boon or a bane? Yes. And science does live up to its standards to be effective, because if I just look at the working of this microphone, any single thing which goes wrong in this microphone, if you do not follow the natures of science, you cannot get it rectified, no matter what you do. It is an exact discipline, it has highest standards of scrutiny, but science also needs advocates. And this platform, where the science is being democratized, it is being explained in a way which can be understood, apart from equations and graphs and theorems, it is in a way which can be understood by everyone. So please enjoy this festival, and I would request all of you to come out as advocates of science from this experience. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Beautifully said. We hear that Ma'am Jyoti Kumari is very efficient in micromanaging skills and has a lion's share in changing the face of EST today. Excellent. Thank you so much for your valuable words. Calling upon Srimas Dempo, Chairman, Dempo Group of Companies, a renowned industrialist who has reached out to society, be it education, sports, as also spirituality. So please.
Very good morning to all of you. Dignitaries on the dais, respected chief guest, Honorable Minister for PWD Environment, my good friend Sri Nilesh Kabral, Dr. Satish Shenoy, Vice President of VIBA, Honorable Vice Chancellor of Goa University, Sri Harilal Menon, Professor Godse, Sri Vivekanand Pai, Sri Jyoti Kumari, CEO, Entertainment Society of Goa, and my dear brilliant minds, teachers, parents, and young students. At the outset, I'd like to thank the organizers, particularly Vidyan Parishad Goa, for involving me in this festival from day one. This is the 8th edition, and Professor Godse may correct me if I'm wrong, that I have been associated right from the first edition. I consider this to be a privilege and an honor, and I must thank two individuals for it. Of course, Professor Dr. Jayantrao Sahasrabudhe, who was a mentor of this and who was the inventor of this Science Film Festival, and Professor Godse, both who involved me right from day one in this festival. I think this is a unique opportunity for students in Goa to stretch their minds, to be innovative. As Sri Jyoti Kumari has said, that science touches every single element, every single human being in our universe 24 hours a day. And if you go to see, India's traditional strength used to be in science and mathematics. Somewhere down the line, thanks to the British rule, we lost it because they wanted us to be not masters but servants of the regime. And that's how we shifted from being brilliant minds to rote learning. Thanks to our Honorable Prime Minister today and to the entire government, that we are going back to a new policy called the New Education Policy, which will be hopefully based more on application than on theory, and which will give you all the flexibility to be creative, innovative, and think about how would you like to run your life through strong foundations in science and mathematics. And I think a unique opportunity like the Science Film Festival, it's always said that storytelling is the best mechanism, as the Honorable Vice Chancellor has said. If you remember, the stories that our parents and grandparents told us when we were very young are still completely entrenched in our minds, because that's how powerful the mechanism of storytelling is. And what better way than films to make you get more curious, more to ask questions. One thing I must tell all the students here, never get afraid to ask questions, however silly that you may think you are. It's very important to have inquisitive minds, Your question can be stupid, your question can be simple, but ask it to your teacher, because that's how you learn and try and realize your true potential in yourself. I will not take much of your time because you want to watch films and there are other honored guests who will speak, but I will tell you only one thing, that for India to regain its past glory, we must focus on our strengths, and our strength is science. So please focus on sciences and mathematics. And I think if you follow today's digitalization of the economy, if you follow what's happening in India, I think with the Honorable Prime Minister's mission of making everybody get a better standard of life, I think innovation in sciences is very, very important. And I hope with these kind of film festivals, and let me congratulate both Vigyan Bharati and Goa Vigyan Parishad for getting this unique festival to Goa, and every time I see it being more innovative, more better. And I would like to assure Professor Godse and his team of our group's full support to unique initiatives like this. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Dear students, each and every word of that speech was and is thought-provoking for you. You have to take each and every alphabet home, you have to think about it, and you have to drive science forward. Thank you, sir. May I now request Sri Vivekanand Pai, Secretary Vibha, to share his thoughts on this occasion.
Suprabhat, respected Minister for PWD and Environment, Government of Goa, Sri Nilesh Kapralji, Dr. Satish Shenoy, Vice President, Vigyan Bharati, Sri Srinivas Dempoji, whose introduction to me was by Jayant Rao Sahasrabuddhe many times earlier, Srimati Jyoti Kumari IAS, Dr. Harilal Menon. We come from the same place, and respected our colleague Suhas Godseji, our colleagues from Vigyan Parishad Goa, respected dignitaries in the dais, dear students. As many of the speakers have said, this is a great opportunity for all of you. When we were kids, we were students, we never had this opportunity. And even outside Goa, there are many film festivals. In Kerala also there is a film festival, but no science film festival. So this is a great opportunity for all of you. And I'll just mention a small anecdote from the life of Swami Vivekananda. He went to a library. He asked the librarian for a book. He took it, just flipped the pages, kept it back, asked for the next book. Like that he went on. And after some time the librarian got annoyed. He asked, "Are you reading or just making a fun?" Then Swami Vivekananda said, "I am reading." Then he said, "No, then I will ask you a question from one of the books. Will you be able to answer?" He took a book which he had gone through and asked the question, and Swami Vivekananda answered. The librarian was amazed because it was impossible to go through all the pages in such a short time and remember every word. But Swami Vivekananda was able to do that. And what was the secret? The secret was the concentration of the mind. And Swami Vivekananda used to say, the greatest people are those who can concentrate the most. So, what is the secret of concentration? Our new national education policy is also taking cognizance of that, acknowledging it, that we can concentrate the most when we are not under stress. Unfortunately, as Srinivasji said, rote learning, we are all stressed out because of at least large number of us, because the way we are doing learning today, exam directed and all. When we are not stressed the most, that is when we are involved in something that is we are most interested in, and something like creative arts, what we are passionate about. And one of the things where we can easily get immersed is films. If good films are there, then 3 hours in a movie house, we just don't seem to know how that time has elapsed, right? So that is the reason why films are the most interesting parts, and we need to focus, concentrate. That capability once we get, we can learn the most. Today we are in a world of technology, fast changing technology. From virtual reality, we are going into metaverse. What is metaverse? I just met somebody from metaverse last month. He was saying that, sir, in another 5 or 10 years, you will not need any physical meeting. You will have a digital twin, and you can even smell. That digital twin can be in the meeting room, and you can even smell. So that is the level of technology that we are going into. So what is this for? As somebody earlier said, our conveniences have increased like anything. But the question is, how far this can go and where it leads to human lives. If you look at the developed societies today, some of the societies we say the happiest in the world and all, they have the largest amount of suicides. How can it go correlate? So there is a limit up to which our material sciences can go, and beyond that is a spiritual science. When we are talking about virtual reality, today, thousands of years back, Shankaracharya, an 8-year-old boy, he said, Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya. That is the philosophy of India also. That what we see in a movie, exactly that is our life also. This is the philosophy. I will not go into the detail, but at some point, if you can just read through the life of Swami Shankaracharya, Acharya, then you can see how our philosophy has related our life also as a kind of a film that who am I, the real self sees. So that is our fundamental concept which Vigyan Bharati tries to combine as science and spirituality. And as I said, film is like a exemplary method for knowledge propagation, especially science. There are Carl Sagan's movies like Interstellar. I don't know if it is being screened here. I am sure it was screened earlier. So such movies are there. Let us watch them and learn from them. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. You have presented to us a very holistic view of science, education and life. Beautiful points made, sir. Thank you. May I now call upon the guest of honor, Dr. Satish Shenoy, Vice President, Vigyan Bharati, former Director in COIS, presently MOES Chair Professor, Scientist at Indian National Center for Ocean Information Services, that's in COIS. Sir, kind request to address the gathering. You may come to the podium, sir.
Today's chief guest, Honorable Minister Nilesh Kabralji, industrialist and educationalist who is most familiar for the Goan people, Sri Srinivas Deboji, Srimati Jyoti Kumariji, the CEO of Entertainment Society, Honorable Vice Chancellor of Goa University and my dear friend Professor Harilal Menon, Professor Godse, Vivekanand Ji, General Secretary of Vigyan Bharati. A very good morning to these dignitaries as well as the dignitaries who are sitting across the dais, and the participants, the teachers, and most importantly the students who have joined this science festival with great enthusiasm. A very good morning to all of you. Let me first thank the organizers for giving me an opportunity to be part of this festival because I am quite happy personally for two reasons. First of all, it is always nostalgic for me to come back to Goa because this was my karma bhumi for about a quarter century. I worked in Goa for about 27 years. So it is always nostalgic for me to visit Goa on any opportunity. And second is when I see what was our strength and how we founded Goa Vigyan Parishad together with Professor Godse, Katnekar sir and others present here. Now that has become a big tree now actually. The activities have grown and as Professor Suhasji has told that it has spread to almost all the institutions. So I think Goa Vigyan Parishad is doing justice to what Vibha is envisioning. Vibha or Vigyan Bharati want to inculcate the scientific tempo. It is not just a scientific tempo. Create scientists everywhere, not only in the scientific institutions, NIO or NCPOR or such institutions, because Vigyan Bharati believes that there is a scientist in each and every person, and that has to be tickled, and that will start reflecting, because everybody can think of science, because our entire life depends on the scientific principles. And we also recognize that the science which deals with the physical matter, that is what everybody says, that is science. And our tradition or our culture, which it says that there is much beyond that physical world also. That's what we call spirituality. And for Westerners and all others, these are two things, they are different. So they say that only the science which deals with the physical world or physical matters, that is only is the science. And the other part is just religion or kind of belief without any principles. But in India, we have developed both. Our rishis and munis, they developed both, and we never had a conflict with the so-called modern science, what it is being developed in the West later, as well as the spiritual world, which controls the entire body, mind, and the universe itself, the cosmos. So that is what Vigyan Bharati also want to inculcate, and our students and our new generation should understand this truth that in India we were not in conflict with any of the scientific principles, any of the physical scientific principles or anything like that. Because we believe that the entire system, entire cosmos, as well as human body itself. See, our Ayurveda always taught us that your actions, your thought, your body, it is a reflection of what your thoughts are accumulating and what kind of food you are consuming. And now modern science also is coming to that same conclusion, that what food we consume has an effect on even our thoughts itself. So that will determine the kind of personality you are going to become, or you will be directed. In addition to that, our spirituality also says that there is something more hidden in that, and that also has been revealed to us. So we have to understand these factors and take forward the science. It is just not creating scientific tempo. We have to create scientists all over. And to create scientists, we need not ask for Praman Patra Dikhao. Everybody is a scientist in our society. And we have to see that how we can inculcate this and promote this. And one of the most powerful tool is through the audiovisual media. And I am very happy that Goa Vigyan Parishad, together with other organizations, have decided to organize this kind of India Science Film Festival, and this is 8th such a film festival. And as Professor Suhasji told that from difficulty to get even one film, now I think it is more than hundreds of films are going to be screened during these 3 days. And in addition to that, to tickle the thinking, tickle the professional way of handling the things, there are going to be several workshops. I am sure that all the participants, especially the teachers, the people who are working among the civil societies, as well as the students who are going to participate in this great festival, will get benefited by getting information from others, as well as they will be able to contribute back to others that what they think or what they have observed and how they can do that. So this will also give an opportunity for those who have that sort of artistic, creative thinking to make films in the future and become maybe future directors of movies or actors are sitting among us. We don't know, and they should make this opportunity to tickle their abilities and grow forward. So with these few words, let me thank each and every one of you, and I conclude here. Thank you very much. Jai Hind, Vande Mataram.
Thank you, sir. You talked about integrating spirituality with lifestyle. There is a saying that says, Jaisa dhan, vaisa an, vaisa man. So we have to integrate good, clean practices at micro levels of our life and do a rethink on all processes that are happening around. Thank you, sir. It is truly commendable to note that in recent years, the state of Goa has moved ahead in leaps and bounds. Be it digitalization of services, greater thrust on healthcare, mechanization and advances in agricultural techniques, be it communication technology, energy, or earth sciences. There is a very close connect between scientific development and governing leadership. We have with us here today as chief guest of this function, Sri Nilesh Kabral, Honorable Minister for PWD, Law and Judiciary, Environment and Legislative Affairs, Government of Goa. MLA from Kutsare. Sir, may I request you to kindly address the gathering.
Good morning. Good night.
Good afternoon.
I said good morning. Good morning. I can only see from the front seat. What about the back? Good morning. Good morning, sir. Good, good. That's better. Again, good morning to you. Good morning, sir. In one voice, good morning. Good morning. That's better. I think all were chit-chatting and going to sleep in the nice AC, cozy AC. So we have all awakened today, and that is why we are all here today for this Science Film Festival organized by Vigyan Parishad. And amongst our midst we have Dr. Satish Shenoy, who has been the guest of honor, my dear mentor, always seeing, who is always there to help me whenever I have difficulties, Mr. Srinivas Dempo. We have the IAS officer, Madam Jyoti Kumari.